everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Jigyasa and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 7th of September 2022. Let's start. Which institution conducted the cyber security exercise named as Synergy? So Indian Computer Energy Response Team under Ministry of Electronics and IT in collaboration with Cyber Security Agency of Singapore successfully designed and conducted the cyber security exercise named as Synergy in total 13 countries. Okay, and it was conducted as a part of the International Counter Ransomware Initiative Resilience Working Group, which is led by India under the leadership of National Security Council Secretariat. Okay, and the theme of this exercise was building network resiliency to counter ransomware attacks. Okay, so here correct answer would be CERT in. Which education sector institution launched the online grievance registration system named as E-Samadhan? So higher education sector regulator University Grants Commission means UGC has come up with the E-Samadhan online grievance registering and monitoring system, which is a kind of digital platform for the stakeholders to identify and apply for the grievances, feedback or queries. Okay, so through the centralized portal, UGC will be able to monitor and resolve all type of grievances of the students and staff in universities through a centralized portal named as E-Samadhan. Okay, so this portal has been launched by University Grants Commission. AICTE has partnered with which technology company to accelerate the digital creativity skills across India? What is the full form of AICTE? The All India Council for Technical Education. And recently it has signed a partnership agreement with Adobe to accelerate the digital creativity skills across India. Okay, so under the agreement, Adobe will offer the courses and expertise for the upskilling of the educators, and also it will integrate the digital creativity into the curriculum to prepare the students with creative and digital literacy skills. And the partnership aims to empower over 75,000 educators across 10,000 higher education institutions by the year 2024. Okay, so for the purpose of accelerating digital creativity skills across India, AICTE has partnered with Adobe. The International Monetary Fund approved a loan of $2.9 billion to which country to tackle its economic crisis? So International Monetary Fund has approved the loan of $2.9 billion to the country Sri Lanka, and the country is battling its worst economic crisis since independence in the year 1948. So the President of Sri Lanka, Ranil Wickremesinghe, who is also the country's finance minister, presented his first budget, the aim of which is to boost revenue and fight inflation. Fine. So IMF has approved this much amount of loan to the country Sri Lanka so that they can tackle to their economic crisis. Next is, which country is the host of the multilateral command exercise Vostok 2022? So a multilateral strategic and command exercise Vostok has begun in the country Russia. And this exercise is aimed at coordination among other participating military contingent and the observer. Okay. So the Indian Army contingent, comprising of the troops from 7 to 8 Gorkha Rifles, undertakes the joint drill, including the joint field training exercises, combat discussions and firepower exercises. Fine. So the host of this event is Russia. Dharamshala, where the Tibetan Democracy Day is celebrated, is located in which Indian state or the Union territory? So Tibetan Democracy Day is celebrated every year on 2nd September to mark the inception of the Tibetan government in exile in Dharamshala. And the Central Tibetan Administration governs over 1 lakh refugees across the world, and it is the home of Dalai Lama and all the Tibetans in exile. Okay. So this year the 62nd anniversary of Tibetan Democracy Day was celebrated. Also don't forget that on 2nd of September we celebrate the World Coconut Day. And what was the theme for this year's Coconut Day? Answer would be growing coconut for a better future and life. Okay. Next is, what is the name of the hydrogen that is produced from a carbon-free nuclear power? So the carbon-free hydrogen produced from a carbon-free nuclear power is referred as the pink hydrogen. Fine. And pink hydrogen can also be manufactured via electrolysis, where the electricity is supplied by the nuclear power plant. This term was in news, that's why you have to know what is pink hydrogen. Okay. Monthly GST revenues have remained above 1.4 lakh crore rupees mark from which month in 2022. So gross goods and services tax collection, that is GST collection, rose to 1,43,612 crore rupees for the month of August 2022. And a monthly GST revenue have remained above 1.4 lakh crore rupees mark for the last 6 months, that is from March 2022. However, the August collection is lower than the previous month but 28.2% higher year on year as per the data released by the Finance Ministry. Okay. So correct answer would be March month. Next is, the United Nations has released a report on alleged human rights abuses in which country? So China has responded to a United Nations report on alleged human rights abuses in its northwestern Xinjiang region, targeting the Uyghurs and other mainly Muslim ethnic minorities there. And this report has been in the works for years and was released recently. And the report claims that more than 1 million ethnic minority members were forcibly sent to the re-education centers there. Okay. So correct answer would be China. Jigyasa 2.0 program, which was seen in the news recently, is associated with which field? So Jigyasa for Renewable Fuel Program under Jigyasa 2.0 program was successfully organized for the school students of Scindia Kanya Vidyalay, which lies in Gwalior, at CSIR Indian Institute of Petroleum, Dehradun. Okay? The main objective of the program is to give an exposure to the different technologies developed for the utilization of the non-edible vegetable oils, used cooking oils and the waste plastic to different types of fuels. Okay. So Jigyasa 2.0 program is associated with science and technology. Okay. So these were the most important current affairs and the news from today, and now we'll move on to our revision section. An important thing is, today we'll be covering 5 most important categories in our revision section, which are these. First of all, we'll talk about important states that were in news. After that, we'll come to recent appointments, and after it we'll see important hosts and the conferences. And the 4th number category is the centers and the things that have been inaugurated recently, and at last we'll see important cities that were in news. Okay. First of all, let's see some of the important states that were in news. Bhitarkanika National Park, which was seen in the news recently, is located in which state? So this national park lies in Odisha, and recently a report says that 3,700 saltwater crocodiles were born from total 122 nests. And last year this value was 2,700 crocodiles. Okay. Dharamshala, where the Tibetan Democracy Day is celebrated, is located in which Indian state or the Union Territory? So Dharamshala lies in the state of Himachal Pradesh, and this was 62nd anniversary of Tibetan Democracy Day. Which Indian state or the Union Territory launched the Global Startup Challenge named as Venturize? This is the initiative of Karnataka state government, and aim was to support the startups in manufacturing and sustainability related sectors. Alappuzha, which recently became a fully digital banking district, is in which state? So Alappuzha is the 5th fully digital banking district of the state Kerala. Fine. And which are the other 4? Thrissur, Kottayam, Palakkad and Kasargod. They have already become digital. Which state or the Union Territory approved the Handicraft Policy 2022? So this is the initiative of Rajasthan state government, and the objective is to empower 6 lakh craftsmen, artisans and women in their state. Also, national level Handicraft Week will be organized every year in the month of December. Which Indian state or the Union Territory launched the Rural Backyard Piggery Scheme? So this is the scheme from the state Meghalaya, and it was launched under the National Livestock Mission. Okay, what is the aim of this scheme? To ensure that farmers earn a sustainable livelihood through different type of livestock farming activities. Okay, which state or the Union Territory recorded the highest number of cybercrime incidents in 2021? So this year, cybercrime incidents have increased by 80.4% if we compare it with last year. And the state that has recorded the highest number of cybercrime incident is Karnataka, second is Maharashtra, and third one is Uttar Pradesh. Fine. Next we'll see recent appointments. Which Indian has been appointed to the United Nations Internet Governance Forum Leadership Panel? So recently, Mr. Alkesh Kumar Sharma has been appointed to the United Nations Internet Governance Forum Leadership Panel. Suresh N. Patel was appointed as the head of which institution recently? So recently he has been appointed as the head of Central Vigilance Commission. Ahmed Nawaf Al-Ahmed Al-Sabah has been appointed as the Prime Minister of which country? So recently he became the Prime Minister of the country Kuwait. Who has been appointed as the interim CEO of National Land Management Corporation? Answer would be Mr. Sanjay Kumar Jain. Who has been appointed as the BCCI Ethics Officer and Ombudsman? This is Vineet Saran. Who has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and the CEO of National Stock Exchange? Answer would be Mr. Ashish Kumar Chauhan. Who was recently appointed as the Bombay Stock Exchange Chairman? This is S.S. Mundra. Who was appointed as NSIC's Chairman and the Managing Director? So the new Chairman and MD of NSIC is P. Uday Kumar. Okay. So these are the recent and important appointments that have to be kept in mind. Next we'll talk about important host and the conferences. Which city hosted the United Nations session to save the biodiversity? Answer is New York. Which institution hosted the Smart India Hackathon 2022? So this hackathon was hosted by IIT Guwahati. Which country plays host to the Asia Cup 2022? Answer is UAE. Which country is the host of Global Artificial Intelligence Summit? So this time, this Global AI Summit is to be hosted by Saudi Arabia. Which city is the host of National Conference of Labour Ministers in 2022? Answer would be Tirupati. Which country is the host of Ulchi Freedom Shield military exercise? This is the exercise between South Korea and the USA, and this year host was South Korea. Which country is the host of Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference in 2022? Answer would be Canada. Fine. Now let's see a few important cities that were in news. Which city became the rising locus for Carnatic music during the 19th century? This is actually a static GK question, and answer would be Chennai. Which city has been declared as the best aspirational district by Niti Aayog? So recently Niti Aayog has declared Haridwar as the best aspirational district. Which is the most unsafe metropolitan city for the women across the country as per the recent National Crime Records Bureau report? So New Delhi has been declared as the most unsafe metropolitan city for the women because it alone accounts for 32.2% of the total crimes in 19 metro cities. Okay, New Delhi is further followed with Mumbai at second position, and at third there is Bangalore. India recently demolished a twin tower taller than 100 meters for the first time in which city? So recently we have demolished this twin tower that lies in Noida using a waterfall technique. Okay. India's first 3D printed post office is set to come up in which city? So India's first 3D printed post office is to set up in Bangalore city. India's first indigenously developed hydrogen fuel cell bus has been inaugurated in which city? Answer would be Pune. Which city hosted the conference on international security 2022? So this city was hosted by Moscow. Fine. At last we'll see some of the important centers and the things that have been inaugurated recently. Which Indian state or the union territory has inaugurated the Rajiv Gandhi Rural Olympic Games? So this is the initiative of Rajasthan government. The world's longest branch canal in the world has been inaugurated in which state or the union territory? So the world's longest branch canal in the world has recently been inaugurated in the state of Gujarat. Veer Balak Memorial and Smriti Van have been inaugurated in which state or the union territory? Again answer is Gujarat. The 300 meters long Atal Bridge for pedestrians and the cyclists has been inaugurated in which city? Again answer is Gujarat. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the Khadi Utsav in which state or the union territory? Once again the answer is Gujarat. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated Homi Bhabha Cancer Hospital and the Research Center in which state or the union territory? Answer would be Punjab. Prime Minister inaugurated Asia's biggest private hospital in which state or the union territory? This is Haryana state. So Asia's biggest private hospital is to be set up in the state of Haryana. Fine. So these are few important things that have been inaugurated recently. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minu Satsana signing off.